So we've had some huge news on the trade-in for Pokemon TCG Pocket. Now, obviously it was never what we expected, and to be honest, as it rolled out I thought it's probably gonna be a little bit underwhelming. Everybody wants to complete their sets. That is the kind of be-all and end-all of it. Everyone wants to go and get them gold stars, don't have to open any more packs. We can just go ahead and trade with friends, people online, and some people might want to make money from it. I know that's going to be against TOS, but sometimes things just happen, and in general people make money from it. Maybe they do get banned, but they do manage to obviously get out of it to start with. But we have had some news in general. So if you go over to Pokemon TCG on Twitter, you will obviously see the trading feature update. So since releasing it, basically they go over and kind of they wanted to make the restriction so that you still interact. The whole point is to open the packs to get the chance. They don't want everybody just completing the sets and that's it, because naturally people will spend a little bit more gold here, there and everywhere, and in general they want people playing the game to not just collect and then sit and wait for the next set. That's of course what they wanted to try, and I must admit, even if you took out the currency, it's still not what we want realistically. The currency does make it that little bit more difficult, because obviously having to give up your EX cards or your diamond cards, even though we more than likely have our fair share of quite a few, it's still not really that good for a trading method. And I get the whole stamina. I think that's a good idea. Does mean that people can't just go out and absolutely spam it all, and maybe they do have like a cooldown period if you're going to buy, or let's say buy, trade a gold star instead, because naturally that's going to be one of the hardest cards out of the set to get. I can kind of understand different methods for that, that's fair enough. But they have basically said they've got the feedback, they obviously have seen the widespread of memes, of videos, of upset, of kind of controversy of it, and just in general not liking the feature, and it's basically just one of them features that's been unlocked and left alone. That's pretty much all you've got. So I do like the fact that they have acknowledged it and said that they are going to do something about it. Now, more than likely what they're going to do is plan to offer multiple ways to obtain trade tokens, including through event distributions, which is fine. Like the currency is not a problem. I think unlocking the ability to be able to get, even if it's not the immersive cards or if it's not the gold cards, but at least being able to get the 2 gold stars and kind of being able to fill the deck up a little bit, because realistically they're the ones that everybody wants. It's not necessarily going for the kind of all of the alt arts, because most of the time you can get them pretty easily. The gold cards seem to be quite difficult. I think I've had 1 so far. The immersive cards, I think other than Genetic Apex that I kind of went off, I've got all the rest. I've had multiple Dialga from this, so it is very interesting to see the different pull rates we've got, but in general it needs to be slightly better. Now obviously there's going to be a lot of people that have different opinions, different ways that they want to trade, and I think a lot of people are just wanting to be able to fill their Pokedex or their binder collection. That's going to be what everybody wants. So some people allow trading between friends and non-friends, allow trading between any rarity, allow trading of any rarity again. I'm assuming just reiterating, just for fun, do a mystery trade option. You both put up a card, but you don't know what you'll get. We saw that in Scarlet and Violet, I believe, in like the mystery one. I know that got absolutely rigged with shiny Pokemon that are just broken in themselves, but I mean, I can see what they're trying to go with, and that's probably the biggest consensus of trading, is that people just want to be able to fill their deck, and that is fair enough, and I know the game is meant to be played as well. I've kind of enjoyed playing the game a little bit. It's kind of been my first insights into actually how to play the TCG. We've actually tried the live version, and it's a bit overwhelming. I must admit the good experience of only having 20 cards in a deck and kind of doing it that way has actually been a lot more refreshing and easier to start into the hobby than it is naturally just collecting the cards as such. So I think in general, trading will be changed at some point. I can imagine all rarities will be available at some point. Whether it allows you to do any promos or anything like that, I still think they might be actually locked and completely gone if you've not got them, unless they reintroduce them later on as like a best of series sort of thing, like best of the promos, or you can go and get them for X amount of tokens. It will be interesting to see how they do that, or if they are just completely gone. So let me know down below what's your opinion on trading. Is there anything you'd like to add that's not been mentioned? I think, like I say, most people just want to collect them more so than anything, but we will see how it goes in the future.